everyone. I believe in this. I believe could go astray to show way. I believe. Mm. Huh? I'm not. Mitäpä yksi hetken.
Had it not been for a common thread. One Sunday afternoon, two boys were playing together on an abandoned highway.
3, 2, 1.
As they ran through a field chasing a parachute, they discovered a horrible sight. The nude, decomposed body of a young woman. She was lying face down, with her hands bound behind her back. A cord was wrapped 3 times around her neck like a leash. Under her body lay a white silk scarf tied in a knot.
This killer was trying to make a statement. He could have killed this woman with a lot less trauma. But the deepness of this bruise, the prominence of this bruise, indicated that he applied a lot more force than was necessary in this woman's life. He was violent.
The victim was identified as 20-year-old Lana Long, an exotic dancer who worked at the Sly Fox Lounge in Tampa. Detectives found some faint tire tracks near the body, but little else. Homicide investigators interviewed Lana Long's boyfriend, John Corcoran. Corcoran hadn't reported Long missing, even though they lived together, and he hadn't seen her for 3 days.
He had an explanation of why he didn't report her missing. It was kind of vague. We were concerned about that.
Corcoran admitted that he argued with Long on the day of her disappearance about the number of men who were calling her at home, asking her out on dates. 2 weeks later, a second body was discovered in a deserted location.
I can vividly recall getting in the car, driving to the crime scene, saying to myself, please don't let her be bound. Please don't let her be tied up. It felt like a ton of bricks had just fallen upon me. Because here we go from rarely having a victim bound to now 2 within 2 weeks of each other.
The victim was identified as 22-year-old Michelle Sims, a former beauty contestant who had turned to prostitution to support a drug habit. Near the body, police discovered some fresh tire prints in the soft sand, but there was something unusual about the tire impressions. The vehicle had 3 different tires. Detectives made plaster molds of the tire impressions for analysis, hoping they would provide some clue to the identity of the murderer. Because of the similarities in these 2 cases, investigators believe that both murders were committed by the same person. This time, however, John Corcoran had an alibi and was no longer considered a suspect. In the forensics lab, when Michelle Sims' clothing was analyzed, they discovered a tiny clue, a mysterious red fiber. It was similar to a red fiber discovered at the Lana Long crime scene on the white silk scarf found under Long's body. On September 18, 1984, the nude body of a 3rd woman was discovered. The victim, 18-year-old Chanel Williams, who had a prior arrest for prostitution.
In this particular case, it was a black female. Her body had been dumped on the roadside. She was completely nude. She was not bound in any way. There was some clothing found next to her, tied in a knot. She had suffered a gunshot wound to the back of the head. So when you look at this case, it's totally different than the other cases, or is it?
The forensics lab found the answer. Tiny red fibers were discovered on Williams' clothing, fibers similar to those found on the other 2 victims. While detectives launched a full-scale investigation, they hoped that these mysterious red fibers would lead them to their serial killer before he struck again. The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Department wanted to know all they could about the mysterious red fibers found on the 3 murdered women. Each of the tiny fibers was microscopically analyzed and compared. Under a scanning electron microscope, magnified more than 1,000 times, scientists noticed an unusual size and shape to the fibers.
Instead of being round or square, the fiber looks more or less triangular, but like a triangle it's been pinched, so that you see the 3 legs sticking out from the core of the fiber.
The fibers from the 3 women were all triangular, or trilobal. The next task was to identify whether the fibers were natural or man-made. Since man-made fibers are made from chemicals, scientists use what is called a melting point apparatus to determine the temperature at which the fiber would break down. The results revealed that the red fibers were nylon. And by microscopically measuring the light reflected through the fibers, scientists determined that all 3 trilobal nylon fibers were dyed the exact same color and were from the same dye lot. The conclusion: the red nylon trilobal fibers found on
See, I can see Jake clearly up there.
all from the same
Look,
source.
we got it.
Nylon trilobal
Now you see
fibers
this
used
here?
mostly in copper.
So it's like that.
Durability
Look at the
inexpensive
picture.
copper.
It's here,
Since this fiber masks
which
dirt,
is below
it's
these
often
windows.
used in
So it's
automobiles
actually
and hotels.
round about there.
Homicide detectives turned their attention to
So
the tire
something's not
impressions
right
found
here.
near the bodies. Tire
This
tread
is actually
experts
below. Can you see the grass?
noticed
Look
there
at the
were
grass
3
here.
different tires
Yeah,
on the
and look at the
vehicle.
grass there at the top of it.
impression of the front tire
Yeah,
was
it's
simple to
below it.
identify.
Yeah, it's just below it there.
Extremely
It's
common
actually
model made
there.
by the Goodyear Tire Company. The
Yeah,
rear
it
tire
is.
was manufactured by the
And
Goodyear
you want your
Company
treats,
as well.
don't you? I promise
The
you.
low-priced model called
You go get you some treaties.
But there was something
Yes?
unusual about
You want some
the tread.
treats?
It was a white wall tire and was on the rim with the white wall side facing inward. The left rear tire could not immediately be identified since it was not among the thousands of known tire treads in the FBI's computer database. So investigators sent the tire impression to the Goodyear Tire Company in Akron, Ohio, to see if they could help identify it. Goodyear's tire expert recognized that it was a specialty tire and a very expensive one, not sold in retail stores. It was a model called the Vogue, made by the Vogue Tire and Rubber Company, and was used exclusively on Cadillacs. The tire impression showed that it too was a white wall tire, which was placed on the vehicle with the white wall side facing inward.
Yeah, now.
If
Right
the
now.
detectives could find the
Good
vehicle
girl.
with this unusual
Is it
combination
yours?
of tire treads, they
It
would
is.
have the vehicle
Eh?
which left the tire tracks at 2 of the murder scenes. They also suspected
Yeah, I just couldn't
that
find the
this
other side of the
vehicle would
doorway.
have red nylon trilobal
trying to-
carpet. Gary Terry decided not to release this
Well, see where you got stuck on that red building on the left? Because it all goes into like a blur, doesn't it, where them flags are?
We were aware of the experience up in Atlanta, Georgia with the Wayne Williams case.
That yummy.
Personally talked with the investigators up there.
Oh, that's your last
Mentioned
bit.
his pattern after he saw
That's it,
this
it's on
guy in
card.
the newspaper.
Here.
He began
There you
reading
go.
about trace evidence. So he
There you
began
go.
looking the bodies in the rivers. Two
Now
lost
go and get your
bodies
fresh
and
drink.
destroyed latent or
Get your
trace
stick.
evidence.
Deputies
Get your stick
believed
and I'll get your fresh
that the
drink.
killer was cruising for victims along Nebraska Avenue, where prostitutes usually congregate. Female police decoys walked the strip dressed as prostitutes in an attempt to lure the killer. The number of patrol cars in the area also was increased. Author Anna Flowers described the search for the killer in her book, Bound to Die.
I've talked to a lot
There
of
you go.
officers
There you go.
who say, I have to think like the killer
You
in order to
drink.
catch him. I worry,
Good girl.
what would it take for me
Oh
to
dear.
become the killer? Interesting thought.
Despite police efforts, fourth nude body was discovered in a deserted area. The victim, 28-year-old Karen Dinn's friend.
Those bits should be easy to find, shouldn't they?
To support a drug habit. Deputies knew that the serial murderer had struck again when they found red nylon trilobal fibers in Dinn's friend's clothing.
The pattern that we saw there, the way that these bodies were left, the way that they were strangled, the way that they were tied, indicated that we had a serial killer.
Despite leaving behind the fiber and tire track evidence, the killer was smart, but his next target, a 17-year-old girl, outsmarted him. 2:30 a.m. After working the night shift at this donut shop in Tampa, Florida, 17-year-old Lisa McVeigh rode her bicycle home along a dark, deserted street.
Does that make go there?
Jumped from behind a parked van, knocked Lisa off her bicycle, grabbed her by the hair, and forced her into his car.
So, that bit's wrong.
I was thinking I was going to be killed. Oh my God.
No.
Just help me.
He drove McVeigh to an apartment. Over the next
That's
24
right.
hours, she was repeatedly raped
there.
and sodomized.
That's it.
Blindfolded,
There you go.
petrified, and convinced
That's where that bit went.
Lisa McVeigh made an important
Oh,
decision.
yeah, you're getting it.
I had
You're getting it.
the life of God in me. I had the willingness to love, to survive. That's it, the survival part. When you're in something like that, you would be surprised yourself.
You see, look at that. You think it's going to be grey, don't you? But look, it switches to pink.
Pinky grey.
Pink, yeah.
She left her
So it gets
fingerprints
confusing,
where she
innit?
could, under the toilet seat, around the sink, on the hair dryer.
If I had died, if I was killed, I want them, as far as the police or whoever found me, to know that I was there and I tried.
Lisa was a very sharp young lady. I personally feel what saved her life was her actions, and those actions were to say yes sir and no sir to every demand that the suspect made of her.
At 3 in the morning, after 24 hours of captivity, Lisa, still blindfolded, was forced back into the car at gunpoint.
Already done that.
She
Oh, good.
was very street smart.
Well done.
Although she had been blindfolded,
Well done.
she could see under the blindfold enough to give police very important data.
I was trying to get a good clue idea of
Yeah.
what area I was in. I
That
wanted to
it.
know where I was coming from. And I remember
Nope.
leaning back in the chair, I could see in the blindfold, and I saw 2 hotels side by side as you're in the
That's
back.
not it.
Higher than the 275 goes in between them. And so Howard Jackson and Howard and
Lisa noticed the word Magnum on the dashboard, saw that the seats were white and that the car
Nope.
had red carpet. Her abductor stopped the car for a few minutes, and Lisa heard a familiar
We're
sound.
trying to find them bits.
A 24-hour bank teller machine.
I heard the sounds of the keys, the buttons, and the machine.
Ah, that's that bit.
A short drive later,
That's that bit. Hey, look.
opened the door,
Billy, you crackhead.
put Lisa on the street,
Yeah?
along with her clothes, warned her
Gotta find all these
not to
stripy
remove
bits
the
now. Look for
blindfold
them.
for another 5 minutes, and drove away.
Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Too wide. You need narrow stripy bits. Nope.
Freedom. Wow, I'm alive, I'm here. What do I do now?
Nope.
I looked both ways, and I fell to my knees and I started crying.
Lisa McVeigh was taken to the hospital and her clothing sent to the forensic lab for analysis. But before it could be analyzed, detectives were called to another homicide.
Yeah.
Another nude body found near a highway overpass.
And you could tell it was him. There were actually no ligatures on the body, but you could see ligature marks where he had removed the ligature.
When the forensic lab analyzed the clothing from Kim Swan and Lisa McVeigh, they discovered a shocking piece of information. Kim Swan's clothing contained the
So
same
close, Dan.
red nylon tri-logo fibers
So
as the other
close.
victims, and the same red fibers were found on Lisa McVeigh's clothing.
It was disbelief. We couldn't believe that we have, for some reason, the killer has not killed. He's let a victim survive.
Lisa McVeigh's courage and determination made her the first
No,
known
come all the way
survivor
down. They don't. They
of
go
the
to a
serial
balcony.
killer. Could she provide enough information to find him? When police realized that Lisa McVeigh's rapist was the serial killer, the clues she provided took on a new importance. She saw the word Magnum on the dashboard of his car.
You got some with some railings there. I don't know what that's for though. See the railings?
The 1978 Dodge Magnum. A computer search of Dodge Magnum owners in the area revealed a list of 486 names. McVeigh also told investigators that her abductor used a 24-hour bank teller machine shortly before she was released. When the records of all bank machine transactions for November 4th were compared with the list of Dodge Magnum owners, only one name was on both lists: Robert Long. Robert Bobby Joe Long was a 31-year-old part-time X-ray technician. Separated from his wife, he was the father of 2 children. Since Lisa McVeigh
the
was
bits with flowers on.
during most of her captivity, she could not positively identify him from
I
photographs.
can't find them bloody windows.
So Bobby Joe Long was immediately placed under 24-hour surveillance. Long was followed to his movie theater. And when he went inside, deputies inspected the tires on his car. On the right rear side was a Goodyear Viva. On the left rear side, the expensive specialty tire, the Vogue. Both tires were inverted, with the white wall side facing inwards. They were the same tires
Like that.
and in the same position
There.
as the tire impressions found at 2
Got that bit.
murder
They're looking for
sites.
windows.
When Long
3
walked
windows.
out of the movie theater, deputies immediately arrested him and confiscated his car for further analysis. The tire treads matched the plaster impressions taken from 2 of the crime scenes. Long's blood type matched a semen stain found on one of the victims. But it was the carpet inside the Dodge Magnum that linked Long to all of these crimes. The red nylon tri-logo carpet fibers inside Long's Dodge Magnum matched the fibers found on the murdered women. And they also matched the red fibers on Lisa McVeigh's clothing.
That a window. Yes. There you go. So you just need that piece now. All windows in it now.
And was throwing the clothes in the floorboard of his vehicle.
So it's a 4-way.
The victim was kicking the clothing, kicking it. It was picking up the fiber evidence out of the floorboard of his vehicle. Fiber evidence is
None of
often
these.
a silent witness. It doesn't say a thing, but it just speaks volumes.
I know why you stand up now, so you get a better view.
Bobby
Yeah.
Joe Long confessed to the rape and abduction of Lisa
Just to
McVeigh.
see what
I know.
I'm
I know exactly what.
He also confessed to 2 additional
Me not
murders
there.
the police knew nothing about, and led them to the bodies. In all, he confessed to 10 murders.
There. That's it.
And that I could do something like that to somebody. All the victims, all of them. You know, I'm talking about a lot of them. A lot. A lot of lives just gone right down the tube because of me.
Looking for 4
You know, one
holes.
way or another.
One with
And
4
it's not a
holes
good
in it.
feeling. It's not a pleasant feeling. I'm not proud of anything I've done. And the worst thing is I don't understand why. I don't understand why.
Yes, it was bad. Yes, it was very traumatic in my life. But it's made me who I am today.
No.
The challenges in my life, the weaknesses that I have then, made me
That's the
stronger
only
than
one
the
I've
person
seen.
today. and that's how I managed to
Before,
survive.
There's another one.
I'm a firm believer that this is not all the homicides Bobby Joe Long did. You don't start killing the
Nope.
way Bobby Joe Long started killing. Have we found all the victims? No. Are we going to find all the victims? I doubt it.
Got 4 holes in it.
Not unless someday he decides to
Nope.
get the spare strength
So
to
here,
do
don't
the rest of this.
thingy, I've put them to one side. Right. Nope. Nope. Got it. Awesome. Mint. Well done. So close. Hey, kitty. Hey, kitty.
Half away from the home of Derek and Eileen Severs, who disappeared about 3 weeks ago.
Resume their search for Derek and Eileen Severs.
Really shouldn't have shown her all the food we've bought her.
Despite a detailed search for a missing couple by police and hundreds of volunteers, it was the information found in some dirt which led police to their whereabouts. Derek and Eileen Severs were a wealthy retired couple who lived a life of English leisure in Hambleton, a small village about a 2-hour drive from London. The village sits on a narrow peninsula that juts out into Rutland,
What are you doing?
one of Europe's largest man-made lakes. The
Nuts.
woods and the lake make it a popular vacation destination, and the Severs had been living here for the past 20 years in a home known locally as the Bungalow. Derek Severs had been retired for the past few years and was well known and well liked among neighbors of the small village.
What was that?
Doug
You just put in.
Clemens lived next door to the Severs.
You're bugging all looking for that.
He liked it as a horse race.
Found it straight away.
Alright.
Derek's
Smarty
wife,
pants.
Eileen, was equally well known, not only as a volunteer for many local charities, but also as a kind and generous friend and neighbor.
Mrs. Severs was one of those people who spent all her time visiting people, doing things for charity. She was always seen, everybody liked her.
Saturday afternoon, November 13th, 1993, was the last time friends saw Derek Severs. He was having lunch and a few pints of ale here at the Finch's Arms pub. Friends said Derek left the pub around 3:30 that
Ah, look,
afternoon,
there's the
got
start of
into
your
his
bridge.
car and was headed straight home.
For your flowers. Look.
Eileen Severs was last seen on that same afternoon.
Yeah.
She left this church after attending a charity bazaar she helped organize. Eileen told friends she too was headed home.
So,
5
what
days
are all these
later,
flowery bits
after
for?
the Severs both missed some previously scheduled appointments, friends called the police.
This is
way.
the sort of place where if you're missing for a couple of hours, people want to know why.
Police immediately drove out to the Severs' home. The missing couple's 37-year-old son, Roger, answered the door.
Derek and Eileen Severs?
Mom and Dad are on holiday in London.
Would you mind if I had a look around here?
Police took a quick look around the house.
Does that bit go there, do you think?
There's no sign of a break-in. There's no sign of
Is
anything
it?
wrong inside the house.
Yeah.
By which you mean there's no sign of a struggle?
No,
Looks
nothing at
about
all.
right. So now you need the rest of your flowers.
Convinced that everything was all right. The Severs had never gone away without first.
So that bit's got to go there then. There.
It was
Flowers.
not in their
Look
nature
for
to go
flowers.
away without making arrangements to talk, telling people they were going away. They weren't the sort of couple who would
And mixed
disappear
bits.
without telling friends. They would always
There's
say,
another
look,
one.
we're popping out, look
Yeah.
after our house. Because that's the sort of village that it was.
Derek, at times he did go away. He used to leave me in charge. He'd say, look after the garden.
And neighbors said it was unusual for Derek and Eileen Severs to ask their son Roger to house sit. Roger was a disappointment
That
to
look
his
right.
parents. He was unemployed and had the reputation of being a con man.
Flowers again.
Once telling a girlfriend that he was a gynecologist. When police heard these
You think
stories,
the mixed flowers
they
on?
decided to take a
Gotta
closer
fit in.
look around the Severs
Yeah.
home. 6 days after friends last saw Derek and Eileen Severs,
Oh yeah.
police decided to make a second visit to the Severs home, this time in daylight. The officers noticed that the backyard had recently been excavated, and there were signs of a fire in the garden.
And looking through the windows, we could see this kitchen carpet was missing, but it didn't add up. So we decided that we'd use
Is
the
that
police
that bit?
powers to go
It
into
is,
the
isn't
book
it?
to have a further search.
There.
Roger
There you go.
Severs told police that his parents left for London from the Peterborough train station. Police went to the train station, armed with a photograph of the Severs.
That's
They
gotta be
asked
for
the
there, hasn't it?
employees and regular passengers if they had seen the
No,
couple.
it's that way.
Mr. Severs was this
There you go.
man who walked very badly
Joined it
with
up.
his stick. And we
They're nearly
thought
there.
Everybody had seen them. They would remember them.
But no one at the train station recalled seeing the Severs, and police found no evidence they even made it to London. Already local newspapers ran headlines about the Severs' mysterious disappearance. The police suspected foul play and decided to conduct a forensic search for blood inside the Severs' home. Detectives noticed some suspicious dark stains on the side of the bathtub and performed a Kastle-Meyer test. A damp cotton swab is used to wipe the stain.
So
Some
close.
phenolphthalein and hydrogen peroxide are added. The sample of the stain found on the bathtub
What's that
turned
bit?
a bright pink. A positive
There.
presumptive test for the presence of blood.
The fact we found blood didn't necessarily prove conclusively that it come from a violent action. They could one of them could have cut
Yes.
themselves in the bathroom. Anything
Oh
like
no.
Police also noticed
Yes
a black
and no.
smear
Why
on the
don't that
back
fit
seat of
there?
Derek Severs' automobile, and the Kastle-Meyer test confirmed that
Look.
stains on the garage door were indeed blood spatter. Police noticed something else that was suspicious. They
That is
found
right
a
for that,
large
isn't it?
number
No.
of
No.
human fibers in the hallway
Bugger.
inside the house, in the trunk of Mr.
Try
Severs'
next to it.
automobile, and on a pair of trousers believed to be Roger's.
No.
No, 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 I mean
Fibers were an
underneath next to
important
it.
clue because they did not match
Mm.
any items
That bit
inside
goes
the
there,
house.
look.
This was an indication that the source
Doesn't it?
of the
No, it
fibers
doesn't.
had recently
It's
been
not
Let's
right.
just try that bit. The middle one
The
next
actual
to
item itself was missing. So
No.
it-
the other one.
as were the two Severs, Mr. and Mrs. Severs.
No.
So logic tells you that it's gone with the two. It's part of
Oh
the crime
bugger.
scene.
The police
Oh,
were
them flowers. They're flowers.
Hi, Linda.
had been the victims of
Hello, Linda.
and suspected
How you doing,
that
love?
Roger Severs knew more about his parents' whereabouts than he was telling them.
There you go. There's that bit.
Investigators believe
The other way.
that Roger Severs was involved with his parents' disappearance,
That's
but
it.
they had no proof that a crime
Nearly
had been
there.
committed, and had no hard evidence
Nearly
suggesting
there with it.
where their bodies might be. The search for the Severs
Oh,
began
that was
in
that
their own
bit.
backyard, since it appeared that the gardens had recently been excavated, and there had also been some kind of fire.
You'd need a very, very big fire to dispose of bodies.
Hi, Nicole.
That way they could have disposed of
Hi,
them.
Nicole.
The police didn't find
Hope
any
you're all
human
well.
remains,
Nearly frigging finished this frigging thing.
Carpet and clothing in the ashes.
It was like looking for a needle in a haystack.
A
because
final
all around
push.
there it is rural. There's a huge expanse of water, lots of forest, trees, woods, open fields. How on earth do you find a body there?
Just when all of these searches turned up no clues, police finally got a break. They learned of a strange event which occurred before the Severs were even reported missing. A police officer on patrol recalled seeing a
Good,
man
good. I
in
hope
an
you're all
isolated
doing
area
well.
called the Exton Avenue Woods.
Right, is it?
The
Is
man
that right?
watched
Yeah.
Roger Severs
Them
escape.
flowers. All you do is look for them flowers. Why have you got another lamp here? Is there another double lamp there?
Yeah, around here, I think.
Oh yeah, it's at the top of the bridge, isn't it? So there's the post. The little lamp's up here somewhere. You need to find lamp post pieces.
In the Exton Avenue Woods there, so off we went to have a look.
Smudgy has been spoilt rotten today.
Yep.
We only bought some bits in. We spent £21 on food, but we spent £18 on cat food. Got a treat, 3 boxes of biscuits, and 5 boxes of cat food. So she's getting spoiled, and she's in the window in the sunshine now, having a wash. Yeah. We got to go because I'm running the freezer down, so we didn't only needed bits in. So
We wanted to find the bodies for 2 reasons.
I've seen that piece. I had that piece before. Where was it? What'd you sell? Nope, that ain't it. No, I was wrong. Oh dear.
Late one night,
Me chair, not me
Inspector
boat.
Palmer studied the photographs of the Severs automobile. As he flipped through the photographs, something unusual caught his eye. Something suspicious about the dirt and mud on Mr. Severs' car. The color of the mud just didn't look right.
This stain was a lot lighter in colour than you would expect from a vehicle on road usage. Generally speaking, a vehicle on road usage is a very dark, black, dark grey, dirty colour. This was a lot lighter
Here,
colour.
not there. Done. Another section. That's the other bridge near enough completely done.
Give police some idea of where the car had been. To find out, detectives called in Dr. Tony Brown, a
everyone's looking
geologist
well.
at the University of Exeter. Dr.
Shit,
Brown
what's going
began
on in
his
the world?
examination by collecting the soil, dirt, grass, and debris from the wheel wells of Derek Severs' automobile. Under a microscope, Dr. Brown analyzed the samples and discovered tiny bits of vegetation mixed in with the mud, including minute pieces of moss, leaves, and grass. There was even a small piece of fishing line.
So close, then.
A mixed deciduous woodland, probably oak dominated, but with also several other species. It was clearly
That's the
quite
piece I've been looking for.
shady. The moss could only come from a little shaded woodland.
Close.
And there was also a fair amount of grass.
It's not right. What is it?
And at first that
No.
might seem to contradict the woodland,
Looks
but
similar.
that's likely to occur either at the edge of a clearing in a woodland or towards the edge of a woodland. And of course the fishing line suggested it was somewhere that fishermen parked.
And Dr. Brown discovered another microscopic clue. More than 20 different types of pollen were mixed in with the mud from the wheel well. Pollen is a fine powder-like material which is produced by trees and plant life. It functions as the male seed in fertilization. To identify the pollen, Dr. Brown needed to isolate the microscopic pollen granules from the soil. First, by using a series of filters,
Know where that bit is
by
now.
adding hydrofluoric acid, a
It's
chemical
up here.
so powerful it can dissolve glass.
How can that be
The
there?
acid dissolves away
Can that be
all
there?
remaining materials, leaving just the pollen. Dr. Brown was able to identify most of the pollen in the sample: oak, elm, and he noticed one type of pollen he had never seen before.
I knew that I didn't know what it was, and then after that, of course, we run through the normal process of identifying an unknown pollen type.
There are millions of different species of pollen. Dr. Brown looked closely at the number and placement of the tiny slits and compared them to the thousands of photographs of pollen samples in
What are you
his
doing?
library.
I was reading
After looking
this.
through scores of samples, Dr. Brown found a match. The pollen
I was reading the
was
chat.
from an unusual specimen from a tree not terribly common in England. It was pollen from a horse chestnut tree, a tree native to Asia.
In my whole career of looking at samples from the East Midlands, I'd never actually seen horse chestnut pollen from a sample.
And there was something else unusual about the pollen from the horse chestnut tree. It's a heavy pollen, and because of its weight, it's too heavy to travel far through the air. It tends to float straight down to the ground, very close to the tree itself. Since Dr. Brown found horse chestnut pollen,
That's wrong.
4 of the rover's wheel
That's
arches
completely wrong. That goes there.
that the
That's why I couldn't find it. It was
part near
it wasn't even in the right place.
Police asked Dr. Brown to identify possible locations that have horse chestnut trees, as well as other vegetation matching the samples found in the Severs wheel wells. Dr. Brown identified 5 possible locations to search. The first woodland searched was this one, closest to the Severs home, but an entire day of looking here turned up nothing. Next, they searched the second area Dr. Brown identified, a larger woodland near the lake. Specially trained search teams worked their way down this hill. When an officer poked a stick into one of the mounds, he found it to be unexpectedly soft. He cleared away some leaves and loose soil to reveal a patch of human skin. Police slowly uncovered the bodies.
Highlander! I watched coverage of the new Pope and Eat My Taco.
Okie dokie.
I'm watching India and Pakistan blowing the shit out of each other.
Mm.
A horse chestnut tree.
That's what I've been watching.
Side by side, and both of them were wrapped in green blankets.
Fibers in the green blanket matched the green fibers found in the Severs hallway and on the trousers that belonged to Roger Severs. The top layer of leaves and soil was similar to the soil found at the Exton Avenue woods, where Roger Severs had been seen by police. Another layer of soil matched the soil in the Severs backyard.
Frig that's
There
for.
was even a layer of roof tiles to stabilize the grave. The tiles matched the roof tiles on the Severs home.
Roger was then tied into every step of the progression from the murder to the burial.
All of the evidence pointed to the Severs' only son, Roger, who had a history of personal and financial difficulties.
He was basically penniless. Certainly hard up.
Oh boy, they just deployed the 256th Brigade here last week.
And maybe for the first time, we don't know, had been refused help by his parents.
On Saturday afternoon, November 13th, while his father was at the pub, Roger argued with his mother in the kitchen. He followed her to the bathroom and attacked, striking her 8 times to the head, causing the blood spatter found on the bathtub. Roger then wrapped his mother's body in a green blanket, dragged her body to the kitchen, leaving a trail of green fibers found in the hallway and on Roger's trousers.
Found it.
Right. Just one more piece missing then. It ain't
Derek
fucking that,
Severs
is it?
arrived home shortly afterwards. And when he did, Roger was waiting. He struck his father 10 times in the head, causing the blood spatter onto the garage door. placed his father's body into the back seat of the car, where police later noticed the blood smear, and he put his mother's body in the trunk, where green blanket fibers were later discovered.
Yep, that's it, done. Nearly got it done.
Roger drove his father's car to a deserted location in the woods, parked under a horse chestnut tree in an area used by fishermen, and then dragged the bodies into the woods. Roger wanted to limit the time he
That
spent
goes
at
with
the
that then,
scene.
obviously.
So instead of digging
Yep.
a grave, he placed the bodies
So where the
into
fuck
a
does that go?
ravine and covered them with roofing tiles, fertilizer,
Mm,
and
in there.
leaves. But the most important piece of evidence came as Roger was driving
No
away.
area. Nope.
Pollen from the nearby horse chestnut tree flew up into the wheel wells of the automobile. Roger Severs could never have imagined that this pollen would lead police to his parents' grave. Roger Severs was charged in the murder of his parents, and during the trial, took the witness stand.
Yeah, there's something with roses on it.
His plea for leniency failed, and he was sentenced to life in prison.
The wife and I, we lost two good friends, and life's never been the same since.
I embarked on something which I saw as being rather simplistic, link this vehicle with those man-made roads. That was all I wanted. I got a lot more, and hopefully that's going to help a lot of people, investigators in the future.
Well, I think that the police now are certainly far more aware of the value of what otherwise might just be described as mud.
I felt like I was in a war zone with the explosions, the smell of smoke, the smell of burning flesh, people screaming.
It was the single most deadly automobile accident in American history. 99 vehicles, most of them destroyed. 12 people died.
Identifiable?
More than 50 were injured.
Total destruction. If I hadn't been there and I witnessed it, I don't believe I could have believed it.
The accident happened along a 3-mile stretch of highway long known for dense, thick fog. But what was causing the fog? The victims and their families wanted answers.
Finding pieces and putting them together, but it's like, I've got that, I've got no idea where that goes. Well, I'm guessing it's somewhere there.
The accident occurred on Interstate 75 in Tennessee,
Ah.
on a portion of highway between
I
Chattanooga
think
and
that is that way.
The highway was constructed through a valley which lies
Below
between
that.
Cumberland and Great Smoky Mountains. From the time the highway first opened back in 1973, there had been numerous multi-vehicle chain
over
reaction
here.
accidents in the same 3-mile section. The first occurred just
Guessing.
4 months after the highway opened. 3 people died in a 17-car pileup. 10 were injured. Just 1 month later, there was a 9-car accident. Although there were no deaths, 9 were injured. During the first 6 years the highway was open, there was an average of 1 multi-car accident each year.
Frigging
One
Jigsaw.
of the largest was in November of 1978, involving more than 60 vehicles. 6 people were killed, nearly 100 injured. All of the accidents had one thing in common: the sudden appearance of a dense, thick fog, reducing visibility to near zero. Tennessee State Highway officials responded by installing fog warning lights to warn drivers when fog was in the area. Highway patrol officers were posted to stand watch every morning along the fog-prone area to make sure drivers slowed down when the fog warning lights were activated. The combination of these two systems worked. For 11 years, there were no major accidents along the fog-prone stretch of Interstate 75. But all of that changed on December 11th, 1990.
It's a massive wreck. Everybody's bumping into everybody. Several reports I've had an explosion in that area, and they're still piling up.
As I rolled down the window, I could hear the cars crashing into each other, one after another.
Motorhome hit the front end of my truck after just seconds after I had gotten out. And then vehicle started hitting the back of it. I'll never forget hearing one. He hit other cars and just knocked them out of the way like it was nothing, and came and crashed into the right of that motorhome.
Another piece out of the way.
That it almost knocked me down.
Mike Curtis pulled this 14-year-old boy out of the motorhome, then rescued the boy's mother.
And I turned and went back to get her hug. All I could see was fire. I could smell hair burning. His coat came off burning in my hand.
Fucking light. Get a bit of a light.
Probably the hardest thing I've ever had to do. The most helpless feeling I've ever had.
Look at that.
Burned.
Ah! Ha 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 ha!
12 people were killed, 56 others injured, making it the largest vehicular accident in American history. These pictures were taken shortly after the accident, when most of the fog had dissipated.
The vehicles that I saw, I don't even know if you could classify them as vehicles. What normally was a pickup truck was 3 foot in length, body still in it.
After 11 years without a serious accident, the killer fog had struck again. But why? The families of the dead and injured demanded answers. They wanted to know what caused the dense, thick fog on December 11th, 1990. On December 11th, 1990, 30-year-old Craig Piper was driving his tractor trailer south on Interstate 75, on his way to visit his mother for the holidays. When he entered the thick, dense fog, visibility was near zero. Within seconds, he crashed.
The flames were extremely intense, and I knew there wasn't any way I could get him out. And I had to stand there and watch this man burn in his vehicle. There wasn't really anything I could do. The flames were too big. I didn't have a fire extinguisher. I just had to stand there and watch this man burn alive.
Craig Piper's mother wanted answers and hired attorney Doug Fees, who was not only a lawyer but also an engineer. She wanted Fees to find out what caused the terrible fog that was responsible for her son's death.
She said the 2 people in that car were killed and that her son had been burned alive in his tractor trailer, and was wondering if there was anything that I could do to help her.
The accident occurred along Interstate 75 at its lowest point in the valley, about a half-mile from where the interstate crosses the Hiwassee River. Because of its location, fog has always been common in this area. Fog is basically a cloud which forms on the ground. Fog occurs when there is too much water in the air for the atmosphere to absorb. Since cooler air holds less moisture than warm air, and cool air gathers in low-lying areas, the valley through which Interstate 75 passes is perfect for the formation of natural fog. But the fog described by the accident victims was extremely thick and dense. Was the fog on the day of the accident naturally produced, or was it caused by one or more of the local industries nearby?
On those 3 days, there was some amount of river fog, although it was relatively small. On all 3 days, there was a very noticeable emission of fog-related water vapor from the Bowater facility.
The Bowater Paper Company is located 3 miles to the east of the interstate highway. It is the largest producer of newsprint in North America and releases large quantities of water vapor into the atmosphere 24 hours a day as part of the manufacturing process. Wayne Davis recommended that the state of Tennessee conduct a more detailed study in order to understand the cause of the fogging conditions. The state decided not to fund a more detailed study, but elected to install a fog warning system along the highway and posted state troopers to patrol the fog-prone stretch of highway each and every morning. For 11 years, the system worked. Between 1979 and 1990, there were no serious multi-vehicle accidents along the 3-mile stretch of Interstate 75. The system worked until December 11th, 1990. The Wayne Davis study was an important starting point for Doug Fees. But the Davis study was conducted 12 years earlier. Fees needed to know what caused the fog on December 11th, 1990. Doug Fees heard about a scientist who was using computers to track weather conditions and pollutants. Was it possible that science could recreate the weather conditions on the day of the accident? Attorney Doug Fees wanted to know if the thick, dense fog on the morning of the accident had been produced naturally or was caused by one or more of the local industries, or some combination of both. To find out, he hired Dr. Alan Eschenroder, who teaches civil engineering at Harvard University. His area of expertise is risk management, and he also runs a consulting firm that specializes in air quality modeling.
Every single one of them.
Gathered weather information about the morning of the accident from the Knoxville and Chattanooga airports, as well as from 2 nuclear power plants, one only 18 miles from the scene. Weather
every single one.
There were few, if any, clouds on the morning of the accident. Winds were light, and the temperature dropped rapidly the night before, from a high of 60 degrees in the afternoon to almost freezing. This 30-degree drop in temperature could cause a weather phenomenon called an inversion. An inversion occurs when the temperature on the ground is cooler than the temperature in the atmosphere. This prevents air and moisture from dissipating into the atmosphere, pushing the moisture back towards the ground.
Booger.
Very early on the morning of the accident, a helicopter pilot flying over Interstate 75 noticed a mushroom-shaped cloud similar to this one over the Bowater paper mill smokestacks, 3 miles east of the accident site. Eschenroder believes this was visual confirmation of the inversion. Water vapor is produced naturally, coming from evaporation from lakes, streams, rivers, and ground moisture. Dr. Eschenroder calculated that the evaporation rate of the natural bodies of water in the area is only 392 gallons per day. This was barely enough to create even a light fog, let alone the dense, thick fog described by accident victims and rescue personnel. Eschenroder was convinced there had to be another source of water vapor which caused the thick fog. He noticed a series of ponds which straddled the interstate highway on two sides.
Goddamn one I've tried.
These were wastewater treatment ponds which belonged to the Bowater paper plant. These ponds were used to clean the industrial wastewater from the paper mill. In 2 of the ponds, air fans would propel the
that means one of these must be the right one here. Look, I've got them all here. Oh, you don't. You little shit.
That's called drift.
That's not fair.
Drift droplets are things that drift away from
What
the
is it?
site of where they were
Exactly.
formed, all the other droplets fall back to Earth or fall back to the pond where they originated. So we had to do some original
I'm not having there.
calculations and engineering.
I've just gone through every single fucking piece and you. I knew that had happened. You're hiding them from me.
I'm not hiding from anyone. I was just here.
Far more than the 392 gallons from the natural bodies of water. At the paper plant itself, an additional 1.5 million gallons of water vapor was being released each day from the smokestacks. But it wasn't just water vapor that was being released from these smokestacks. Paper plants released what are called particulates as waste from the paper production process. Particulates on
I knew that had happened. I go through every single fucking piece and then you find it. I'm not playing anymore.
From the presence of the water vapor, but you've got a place for it to form in the surfaces of these microparticles, these condensation nuclei.
But how could Eschenroder tell that the water vapor from the Bowater paper plant 3 miles away caused the fog on the interstate highway on the day of the accident? He found part of the answer on this aerial videotape shot by a local videographer a few hours after the accident. Eschenroder recognized the wind pattern as a drainage flow, which carries cooler air down into the valley. But Eschenroder needed to know in which direction the drainage flow was heading. To do that, he needed to know the exact position of the aircraft. Using navigational charts, calculating the position of the sun from the glint angle off the wing, and ground references, he identified the plane's position relative to the paper mill and the accident site.
Hi, Patrick.
The videotape convinced Eschenroder that the drainage flow wind pattern was headed west from the location of the paper mill towards the accident site.
As to the cause of that accident that day, there's no doubt in my mind that the industrial
Hi,
fog
Patrick.
created by wire emissions from that Bowater paper mill was a major factor, the major factor, preponderantly major factor in forming the fog that caused the accident.
Attorney Doug Fees now had scientific evidence and proceeded with the civil suit he filed earlier against the Bowater Paper Company and the state of Tennessee. As Mike Curtis drove onto Interstate 75 on the morning of the accident, the sun was so strong he took his jacket off in the car. When Curtis approached the fog zone, the fog warning lights in one direction weren't working, and those in the other direction had been blinking continuously for 3 days and were ignored. The daily police fog patrols had been abandoned years earlier. Once in the thick fog, visibility was near zero. Mike Curtis never saw what he hit. Curtis heard crashes, people crying for help, the explosions.
I knelt down and asked God to help me to get through it.
He helped a young boy caught inside a motorhome.
12 or 13-year-old boy got out. His mother was inside screaming. The adrenaline was pumping, and I ripped the window out and got her out.
After saving the boy and his mother, Curtis tried to save the father, but he burned to death. There was also tragedy for a woman driving with her granddaughter. This is all that was left of the car.
This car was smashed completely flat like an accordion.
The car was compacted down to something maybe
Shit
30
happens.
inches long. By some miracle, this
Yeah.
girl lived through the entire time.
You're right.
The grandmother died.
Mm.
Randall McKeon and his 2 children also suffered a loss that day. They lost a wife and mother when Judith McKeon burned to death in the accident.
There wasn't no body.
No.
Over 90% gone. It was like she'd been cremated. And there wasn't nothing to view. She still had remains, ashes, which I'm not saying could be identified, but still knowing that she died. And that
Fucking picture.
I did the best I could to get everything of all the ashes out. across that field. Right?
So there should be some lights here. A light.
And
Side there.
I guess
Look
that
at
was
there.
the only thing I knew to do.
Doug Fee's case was set for trial in 1994, more than 3 years after the accident.
Right.
Bowater disagreed with the scientific calculations used in the Eschenroder study and hired its own
Close.
scientific
Is it a
expert,
double light?
Dr. George
Here it
McNeil,
is, it's a
the
double
meteorologist
light.
from Denver. His study
So that
concluded
goes.
that Bowater's
It should go
contribution to the
fucking
fog
right
on
next
the
to
day
it.
of the accident was less than 1%.
Our conclusion was that the fog formed by a natural process due to mixing of moist air at different altitudes at about 9 o'clock on the morning of December 11th, after the sun had come up and heated the
Fucking double
ground.
light on that side though.
The mixing process. And that in a very abbreviated and simplified form is what caused the fog in that morning.
But shortly before the trial, the courts ordered Bowater to release a study it commissioned in 1979 from its own consulting firm.
That light is above that light.
Technology.
Look.
In it, ERT states that preliminary evidence suggests that Bowater operations contribute to
Yeah, there's one light and there should be another little light here.
in the Calhoun area. Doug
It's
Fee
actually
never
not
got the
little, it's
chance
big.
to prove his case in court.
It's a big fucker.
Before the trial, the state of Tennessee reached an out-of-court settlement with Fees on behalf of the families he represented.
There it is. That's gotta be it. Fucking thing. Fuck off. There it is. I found the light.
Computerized fog detection system. When the fog reaches a certain density,
Hey! I done that bit, you little shit. I'm taking all the fucking credit for it. I did that. You little shit bag. Tell her, Patrick, she's not playing fair.
represented by Doug Fees and other attorneys for $11 million.
That's smart, innit?
Continues to maintain that the paper mill and treatment ponds had nothing to do with the fog on the day of the accident. However,
That's it, cat. Just fucking walk all over it.
pond number 4, which sits near the highway.
But the issue
I'm not playing fair.
contributing to fog, whether natural water conditions that are in the community are contributing to fog. The real
Last time I take the seat off the bike so you can have a fun ride.
in that particular place from time to time. It's natural fog, and the traffic control mechanisms in the highway
Oh,
are
dear.
sufficient to warn motorists.
Despite the settlement and the new fog warning system, many still believe the highway is unsafe.
Warnings are never enough when we
Fuck.
can do better. Closure of Pond 4 is not enough to solve the problem. The chance of this happening again has been substantially reduced, but the risk has not been eliminated, nor has the hazard been eliminated.
This is only the third time I've been here. It's, and any officer will tell you that, you know, this is to me, it's a memorial site. That bridge is a memorial. There's a lot of people died here, needlessly.
Thank you, Nicole. I'm allergic to jigsaw puzzles.
He's been sneezing on and off all day. Pollen's high.
Is it?
Mm.
Oh, that's probably what's doing it then.
Mhm. Not to mention that we've got a load of freaking gnats around the place.
No problem. Can I go for a wee?
What are you asking me for? Just bloody go.
Right, I'm going. He didn't say that about a toilet.
Earl Morris was vacationing in California.
I'm not your bloody keeper.
Oh, my socks are wet now.
in Arizona.
I'm messing with you.
Oh dear, hang on, let me have
investigators, forensic scientists, DNA testing, and even the Coast Guard.
I'm heading home.
The results of that
It's
investigation
gotta be that. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. It fucking is. Get in there.
Earl Morris.
Pollen very high.
Yeah, there you go. Bastards.
That's why. I mean, well, I was sneezing this morning, but
Ruby and Earl Morris were partners in both business and in marriage. They had been married for over 20 years and were the parents of 3 grown children. The Morrises were both accountants and operated their own accounting and tax preparation firm.
They had had it for years and years, and they built it up, together from scratch, and it was doing very well.
Their business made them millionaires.
Back in a minute.
Raised their 3 children in this
Well, we got
luxurious
it done.
mountain home just outside of Phoenix.
Well, we don't.
On June 4th, 1989, Earl Morris headed to California to see his oldest daughter, Donna Kay, perform in a concert. She was a country singer with a promising career. Ruby decided not to join her husband on that trip, planning instead to go shopping with her other daughter, Cindy, for some furniture for her new home. But Ruby didn't show up on Sunday morning
Hey?
at Cindy's home for the planned shopping trip. So Cindy drove out to her parents' home.
That's totally unlike her mom. I mean, her mother kept every, date that she ever had with her, and unless she called her and canceled, and she didn't do that.
Ruby Morris wasn't home.
my foot,
The burglar alarm was turned off.
I fell
Ruby's
asleep.
pocketbook was missing, but her car was still there, although it wasn't parked in its usual spot. Ruby Morris was a neat, meticulous person, and her daughter noticed right away that things were out of place. A faucet was dripping in the bathtub. Dirty clothes were piled high inside the washing machine and hadn't been washed. A carpet shampoo cleaner was left out.
Better.
The most troubling discovery,
Start some allergies.
caliber pistol
Nah, I'm not only that bad
was missing.
with them.
Cindy Morris immediately called the police.
Used to be really bad when I was a kid. Fucking really bad. But you know what actually made me better? You know when they were building the new houses on the front when I was a kid? The grass was like 3 foot high. And it was full of, all them white head little things what come off.
Oh yeah.
I went rolling round in that for a day. My eyes were bulged up and I could hardly see. I looked like a fucking frog. And after that, my hay fever was never that bad ever again. I just like completely dosed myself.
It took Earl Morris longer than anticipated to drive home from California, but when he arrived, the police were anxious to speak with him. Earl Morris told police that their relationship was basically a good one with occasional arguments, but nothing out of the ordinary.
Excuse me. Well, that doesn't go there. There's no fucking line through it. Stop jamming bits in what don't belong there.
Morris also confirmed that the .22 caliber pistol the couple owned was not in the closet where he last.
Look like a raccoon with the pollen.
Going in several different directions with this. The possibility of that she was missing, possibility of a suicide, possibility of a homicide.
My car broke down.
Earl Morris told police that his car broke down on the drive home from California and that he rented a car to complete the trip. Detective Luganville noticed something suspicious when he looked inside the trunk of the rental car. Attached to Earl's suitcase was an airline luggage tag. for a
Oh, it
recent
didn't fucking
flight
go
from
there, does
San
it?
Diego to Phoenix. A search of the passenger list from that flight did not include the name of Earl Morris, although there was a G. Norris listed. Police put together a group of photographs, including one of Earl Morris, and showed it to the airline crew members to see if
We can't be that far off this now.
on that flight. One of the flight attendants remembered him distinctly because of the poor quality of his toothpaste. Faced with this inconsistency, searched the Morris home further to see if there was any evidence of foul play, which might have been overlooked during their first visit.
So what we did was we called in our ID techs to give us a hand, and we asked them to do luminol.
When luminol is sprayed onto an area, a black light is used. The luminol will actually glow when it comes into contact with the blood enzymes. Forensic detectives began their search in the master bedroom, spraying luminol on the headboard of the bed. An area instantly turned blue. It was a very fine mist pattern, one they immediately recognized.
To me, upon looking at it, you could determine, because of the distribution, the shape, and the size of the drop, I'd say it was high velocity from gunshots.
Only a bullet produces a fine mist of blood similar to that found on the headboard. A beating or stabbing produces a much different blood spatter pattern. On the surface of the mattress, they found tiny blood stains, and they also found blood inside the mattress itself. Next, investigators sprayed luminol in the bathroom.
The entire shower stall lit up, basically.
No, that doesn't fit.
Luminol test also revealed blood on the cement patio outside the master
Nope.
bedroom, as well as on the master bedroom carpet.
We noticed that the whole bedroom floor, which was
All them ones.
started to glow. And we knew that from what we were seeing that we did have a violent crime scene, maybe not a death, but somebody had suffered some
Nope.
pretty good injuries.
But detectives had no idea to whom the blood belonged. To find out, scientists conducted a DNA test on the blood.
We know that goes that way.
Results
With that line.
shocked
Gotta find the rest of that line.
a deep, dark family secret
That yellow in it.
would soon be revealed.
In it.
Police suspected that the blood stain found in the Morris's bedroom belonged to Ruby Morris, but there was no blood from the body to match the blood in the bedroom. But science can often identify a blood stain by using DNA testing. By analyzing the DNA from children, for example, scientists can tell whether the blood stain would have come from a parent.
In the case of children, 50% of the DNA from each child will come from one parent, and the other 50% will come from the other parent. So this obligated inheritance of DNA from the mother to children is one of the important factors that we are looking for in conducting this analysis.
Since children get half of their DNA from their mother and the other half from their father,
It's so
the
close.
DNA profile of the children and from one of the parents can give
Look
scientists
at that.
enough genetic information
Yep.
to
There's another
identify
piece
the
in.
DNA profile of the other parent, even without a blood sample. If the DNA profile of the missing parent matches the DNA profile of the blood stain, scientists will then analyze the DNA from a missing person's siblings to confirm their findings. When scientists compared Cindy Morris's DNA
Yep,
to the
that's
DNA
that bit.
from the blood stain, they found one matching band. They also found one matching band when comparing the DNA profile of Ruby's brother to the blood stain.
It's highly probable that those blood stains came from Ruby Morris.
But scientists noticed something peculiar. When they compared
That's green.
Morris's DNA
Huh,
to
but is that the
DNA
other side of your
profile
line?
his daughter Cindy, there were no matching bands.
Lamp.
Earl Morris
Something. Something.
When they
Yeah.
compared Earl Morris's DNA to his oldest child, Randy, they discovered the same thing.
Look, a small piece
Earl
with red
was
in
not
it.
Randy's biological father either.
Nope, that's not got a bottom bit on it, has it?
That of his
So
grandfather,
it ain't that fucking bit, is
his
it?
mother's father.
Is it that bit?
When
No,
law
it's not that
enforcement
bit.
Authorities in Tennessee learned
Look
of
at the
these
red
DNA
bit.
results,
That it?
Ruby's father
No.
was charged with incest. According to the
Just a
DNA
piece
test,
like that.
Ruby's father had sex with her when she was just
It's none of
15
these.
years old.
Well, we had a surprise. We felt that perhaps the family would be surprised by it, and that Earl Morris
That
himself
it?
was surprised by it.
Yes, found it.
Had another
Yeah!
secret to reveal.
Did it?
Admitted that their mother had been sister, Peggy. In fact, Ruby and her daughter, Cindy, once
Up
talked
around the next
together
piece.
at the Phoenix airport.
That's fucking
When
ain't
Peggy
it.
secretly flew to Phoenix to meet with Earl.
No,
Ruby
that ain't
confronted
it.
Earl about the affair, but he reportedly refused to end it.
We're looking at Peggy, the sister.
There's something red
had
on it.
motive and opportunity to be
Red,
involved
red,
in
red.
this case. She lived in Louisiana at the time, but we discovered that she had a planned vacation going to San Diego that weekend. We discovered phone calls that Earl had made to her.
Peggy admitted to police that she had planned to meet Earl in San Diego shortly after Ruby disappeared, but missed her flight. But police knew Earl had been in San Diego, not only because of the baggage claim tag on his suitcase, but they also found his car in the airport parking lot. The car appeared to be clean. But when luminol was applied to the inside of the vehicle, the floor of the passenger side revealed a huge blood stain. So much blood that the individual it came from would almost certainly be dead.
Yep.
A DNA analysis of the blood in the car revealed that it matched the blood stain found in the Morris's
So
bedroom,
close.
which scientists concluded
So
belonged to
fucking
Ruby.
close, love.
Know where the body was. We didn't know if he would transport the body to San Diego. Why would he transport it? We had no real clue.
The clue was here in a San Diego marina.
Yeah.
The Morrises owned a boat which was stored there. Marina employees told police that Earl Morris was at the marina on June 5th and had taken the boat for a ride. When police went to search the boat, they discovered it was missing. The Coast Guard was asked to help locate the missing boat, and they told police about a mysterious fire on a boat about the same size which burned and sank
There you
13
go.
miles offshore from the San Diego marina.
You need a square piece.
This is actual footage of the fire taken by
You need a square piece.
news crew.
There's no survivors, no people anywhere inside. The first thing that was unusual was the way it burned. It burned
The blinds on it.
center out, and normally the fire's starting either in the engine room or the fuel compartment. And it just
Stripey
looked
bit.
very suspect right from the
You need a
beginning.
stripey
So
bit.
the things that stood out was the fact there was like a lamp
it.
right in the middle
Oh,
of the
that's
floor,
close.
on top of the melted fiberglass. It looked like somebody had thrown it there and possibly started a fire.
No.
Records indicated that Earl Morris rented a small boat
Yeah,
on the
that
morning
bit's
of June
wrong,
5th
what you put on.
and returned it
Wrong.
around 12 noon, about the same time the Coast Guard discovered the burning boat. It was beginning
That's wrong.
to appear that the body of Ruby
That's
Morris
wrong.
was on that
How
burning
can it be
boat
up there then?
which sank to the bottom of the
Somewhere.
Pacific Ocean.
Right,
But
I'm going to call it now.
I'm not. I'm staying up all night doing this now.
No, you're not.
Fucking hell.
Right, I will see you guys later on. We'll be live later.
See you in a bit.
Yeah, see you all in a bit. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now, bye.
Goodbye.